identify your response team. So CISA recommends that your incident response team members are trained, ready to efficiently respond to cybersecurity incidents. But here's the thing, is we'll see that's not just IT. You need your in-house people. You need recovery exercises so that you know who you're going to call and what they're going to do. And I do know, as the person who does this training, that it's difficult to get the right people all in one room. As we'll discuss, you need legal in there. You need your HR people. It's hard to get them all in one room. I get it. If it means that you have to plan 6 months out, that's okay. Go ahead and start the plan. We can get everybody together and it'll just make things better if they're all in one room. So what are the roles? Who do we need in there? The team leader, which will sometimes be an IT person, but often will just be in the case of ECC, is the ECC director. Drives and coordinates all the incident response team activity, keeps the team focused, and keeps everything running so that we can get up quickly. The lead investigator, who usually will be an IT person, collects and analyzes all the evidence, determines the root cause, directs the other security analysts, and implements rapid system and service recovery. Communications lead leads the effort on messaging and communication for all audiences, both inside and outside of the PSAP. One of the key things to remember is that when something happens, one person speaks. Whoever this communications lead is, and it can overlap, is the only person who speaks to reporters. They're also the only person who speaks internally. Your internal people do not speak to the outside. Yeah. Documentation and timeline lead. Documentation is crucially important. Indeed, as we'll discuss later, we usually recommend that one person does the work and another person just documents. Because if you can't tell what you did and when you did it, you can't tell if it's correct. And then HR legal representation. Especially the legal representation, a lot depends on the state you're in when you are required to disclose that you've had a breach. Because remember, we in the emergency services field have a lot of personally identifiable information available to us. Did that get breached? If so, you have to release that. So HR legal representation is essential to have both trained and as part of your team so they know that you expect them to be there. On that note, and by the way, even if you usually don't get the slides, this particular webinar is a slide deck I would consider downloading because things like this are important to fill out. Most importantly, things like this are important to fill out on paper. Yep. We delivered this training for a group who then had an incursion. And I said, great, let's pull out. They called, and I said, great, let's pull out the incident response plan. And they said, yeah, it's on one of the servers that's down. Okay, well, I got it to them. It's okay. They remembered everything from the training. You want the contact information, both office and home, for all of these people on paper, printed out. And I hate paper. I don't know about you. I was promised the paperless office when I was in college. I didn't get it. My desk is covered in paper. But it is an important thing in this case to have on paper.
Got to have that special binder.